box isn't there. But if I'm sitting there talking through a mobile site opportunity with a client, I may check, well, let's get you the premium app, and we need this page, this page, this page. It's just because I've already pre-screened their website before I visited with them, or I've asked them leading questions as to what do you want to do with your site. And I didn't put firm prices, I put starting at. And, you know, love it, hate it, it's something to work from.
Yeah.
And it shows a level of professionalism that you're presenting information that, you know, I may never leave this laying behind either. I take it with me typically, but they've had something to look at while we're talking. That's one version. Let's see. Here's another slightly different version that just tells the story a different way. You know, option A, setup fee without mobile coupons, or it costs more if you do have mobile coupons, because I have a mobile coupon feature that expires where I do monthly maintenance on updating coupons and things as part of their mobile website. It's actually pretty cool because when I combine it with SMS, they can tap to get to a customized coupon each month or every whatever interval that they want to buy. So I'm kind of turning it into an SMS website bundle wherever I can. Someone said earlier something about restaurants, and that's a real good fit for restaurants. Of course, everybody says that. It's not an easy sell to all restaurants. A lot of them have trouble with it.
Yep.
So these are a couple of things I use. And so, yeah, heavily branded for me and everything, but, you know, it could be white labeled quite simply. But what I'm getting at is I would need checklists, sales, helper materials similar to this for those other services that I can rep and, you know, get you guys to help fulfill. That's just me. And
No, it's a good idea. If we
I'm not a high demand client right now, but for you, but you never know where it can all go, guys.
Yeah.
You know, it took me a long time to do this. I had to gain a lot of expertise just to get to some of these models. I have some spreadsheets about how these numbers play out profit-wise and everything else, ROI models and everything else. These aren't just smattered numbers across a page in some cases. Some of them might be, but not all. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to toss in at this point. That type of thing helps me sell. You want to see the brick and mobile brochures? I don't know that that's important right now.
But Mark's got, I mean, you've got the right idea. Mark's got the right, I mean, you're all on the right page. And I think Rick's saying the same thing. I mean, we're all agreeing on that. Joshua's already there. You know.
And this is a sales tool you put in front of the customer, but I don't know that you put it on a DVD. I guess you could maybe put a version of it as a PDF and say, complete this form, and we can come up with forms they can complete.
Well, why not just put a quote form up for them?
Yeah, I like that idea even better. I was going there right after I said it.
I've already got one up. And it's mobile too.
Cool.
Yeah, Mark's got a really, go ahead, Mark. Here, show what you got, man. Here.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Here we go.
What do I do?
Here, we're giving.
All right.
Let me get my mouse straightened out. Okay.
And hey, David, Sophie, we're not excluding you at all. If you want to speak, all you gotta do is say so. I'll unmute you. I just the recording was getting messed up, so I mean the speaking was. So Sophie, we're not holding. Don't hold back. Same thing. Same thing.
Let Sophie talk.
Here's the pricing for the instant rep. $200 for the setup, $250 a month.
Oh, really? You went way. That's good, man.
That's without SMS notifications. With the SMS, it's $275 setup and $325 a month.
Wow. What are you SMSing to them?
What you actually get, I'm going to stop this video as soon as it starts.
This is your presentation?
Yeah, look how good looking you got all of a sudden. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know. But essentially they,
for that.
yep. But these videos, they're green screen videos, so I can change the background, change the size through EVP, so, you know, we can post them on their website, on these pages, whatever. The template is customizable. And if I give them a 2-star rating, comes up, another video pops up. Come on, stop.
Well, is she saying sorry that you feel that way and we'll help you or
Yeah,
something like that? Okay.
Essentially.
Okay.
And you can change the text in here. Here's their comment. Oh, Mark was a real asshole. He, excuse my language.
Yeah.
Real jerk. You know, real short. Include pictures of all the staff so they can check which one was the bad guy. Fill in their name, email, and then leave a review, and it sends them to a coupon. Plus, I get an SMS message, because it's set up to go to my phone right now, with their email, name, and a copy of what they put in for the review, so that as the business owner, I can respond immediately to that person's email and, you know, say that, well, I just received the notice that Mark was really short with you. We're going to have a talk with him, you know, and I'd like to invite you back, you know, and if there's anything else that we can do to make this better, just let us know, you know, so they can handle the negative reviews before they even hit the rest of the website.
Let me ask you something, Mark. When somebody posts one of these reviews or comments, where are they seen at?
They are actually
And do they integrate with Google Plus or anything like that?
actually they do. Just a second. Review.com. No, that's not it. I know it's in here somewhere. I can't find the admin area for it.
Just a quick question. You kind of filled me in a little bit on it, Mark, already, but just to clarify for everybody else here, why did you pick this particular model of getting in front of customer? I'm not saying good, bad, or anything. Why did you go with the reputation management angle, for lack of better words, to get in front of people?
Because right now it ties right in with SEO. Google, Bing, Yahoo are all focusing on social proof right now. That's the hottest, the quickest way to push a website up is to go out there and have good and some bad reviews on pages like Yelp, Google Local, Google Places, you know, Super Pages, Angie's List. You search for a dentist, 9 times out of 10, the top 3 spots on there are review sites. Because Google's going to local search. So they're going to look at, you know, local reviews for the dentist.
Okay.
Because nobody wants to go to a dentist that, you know, didn't wait for the Novocaine to kick in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so when somebody goes to this, looks like Social Press Club, socialpressplus.com, they submit a review, it gets posted over to Yelp and Super Pages and places like that too.
You can actually choose as many as you want. Yelp, Google Places, Super Pages, Angie's List. The only thing is you want to, Kudzu, you want to use sites that allow you to log in with your Facebook login. Otherwise, the person's going to have to create an account there. And, you know, if it's a good review, you wouldn't give this information to somebody with a bad review, just a good review. You know, I'll go back through that.
Let the video play, you know, where they can hear it. You know, just at least when somebody says something bad. You know what I mean?
Well, let's go through a good review first.
Okay, all right.
You saw how the bad one went.
Okay.
There was a video, and a coupon. A good review gives you another video. Did you hear that?
No, I never did, but that's okay.
No, it's a little too low, you can hear it.
Oh, okay. But see, here's appreciate your honesty, Yelp, Google Places, and then once they click on one of these, the coupon pops up. And I don't have a Yelp page; it's still waiting to be verified. So,
okay. So tell us. Okay, let's just say, for the sake of moving forward, that me and you were going to do already, Mark, was get in front of people as fast as we can with this reputation management. Okay, how are we? You know, we're going to do something for one person, one business owner in that meeting. What are we going to do? You know, pick one person at random there and say who wants to do their site, or what are we going to do for them for, you know, through that presentation for that 15, 20 minutes?
We'll set this system up for them. We'll set them up a portal. And then if they've got a website, we'll give them the link to use to get to the portal. Because this actually is hosted on a third-party server.
Okay.
Because you would not want to run this on your own server by any means. When you start running, you know, a couple hundred through at a time, you want that coming off the cloud.
Right. David's asked, what works best with customers in terms of reputation management or review management?
Well, during your presentation, you talk to them interchangeably.
Yeah.
You know, and they say, well, I just had my site SEO'd. Okay, where is your site today? What's above your site when people search for your site? Reviews?
Yep. That's right.
So that's why you want to, you know, start managing your reviews. Because if you can, now granted, you're going to get some people that nothing ever makes them happy.
Yeah.
But if you can get somebody that starts off on a negative review to flip, they will be out there, you know, blowing their horn and shouting at top from the top of the roof about your business, because you showed them that you actually care about them and what they thought.
Okay.
And that's what, you know, review management is. So many companies out there. I mean, you can look at look at stats. Go to HubSpot and check out some of the stats on major companies. Coca-Cola, for example. It took Coca-Cola 3 to 5 days to respond to posts on Facebook, and their stock dropped because of it.
Really?
Yeah. You know, you go back and look, I think it was the commercials over the Super Bowl, not last year, but a year ago. People were commenting about it, and Coke didn't do anything, didn't say anything for like 3-4 days because everybody was off work. And their stock actually dropped after the Super Bowl because of it.
Okay. Now
You know,
you're, because I know that you in the past have specialized in Facebook pages and all that, and that's still a proven winner. But you think this is hotter right
this
now?
ties right in with Facebook. I can put this app on Facebook.
Joshua's talking, but nobody can hear you, Joshua.
No, I'm not talking. I'm not saying a thing.
I said, okay. We're gonna
Just
let.
listening.
Okay. Sophie said she
Yeah.
got 2 new customers on today. We're gonna let her talk here in a few minutes. She may have some pointers.
You know, but this entire app can go in an iframe on Facebook.
Okay.
So, you know, if they're on Facebook, put up a reviews page. And if you don't like this one, I've got 3 others that we can use.
Okay.
You know, like I was talking about the quotes. And this looks ugly on here because it's set up for mobile.
Yeah.
You come to this page on your mobile phone, and it's all nice and neat and pretty.
Okay.
The header gets stretched so bad that it gets blurry. You know, but here, this is a link that's on the main page.
And we
It
definitely
sends
walk.
them here.
We definitely walk every business owner that'll get out their smartphone through this funnel, right?
Yeah. You got this one, and then the rep management filter. And this one is set up similar to what you were talking about, Rick, where when they fill this out, depending on if it's good or bad,
Yeah.
like that, they get an email response, but it's a canned response. And that's the hard part about it. It's one thing to give somebody a response to their email when you're talking about what they said, but if you just copy what they said into an email and don't say anything about it, you know, a lot of people can tell that that's just, you know, automation.
Yeah.
Some will be surprised that you responded so quick, you know, but what I would suggest for the business owners that wanted to use this system, you know, and this one is cheap. You know, it's $50 setup and $20 a month. But, you know, because it doesn't have the finesse that the other one does.
I've got yeah, that's an excellent point. And this is a little off, but it's not much. I was trying to get John Spangler on this call, and we talked last night, and I guess he did. But anyway, one thing that I caught from him is the fact that he won't touch anything unless he can do at least $500 a month. And he said the same thing Thomas said, the same thing that Mark said too. The lower price stuff he's trying to get rid of. He's trying to fire his $500 a month clients. He wants nothing but $1,000 a month or more. And it was an interesting conversation we had yesterday for about 15, 20 minutes. He says,
Okay.
you know,
Overdone.
yeah. Well, his name's John Spangler. He's pretty famous in the Warrior Forum. He's a very well-to-do guy now. But anyway, he's here in PA on the other end of PA, and yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the point is, he, you know, go out there and get all the money you can. Do a quality service, but don't be cheap. So we're gonna let Sophie talk here in a minute. She said she got 2 customers today, so I'm kind of curious how she did that and what she's providing.
Okay, you should be getting an email in a second, Rick.
Oh, okay, thank you.
The canned response from this.
Yeah, the last time we tried this, it didn't work, so hopefully it works this time.
Oops.
Well, I was testing it and I just threw it up and it was missing a call.
Oh, I got you.
Oh wow.
What?
You've got to set up a database and.
Yeah, what email did you send it to? I don't even know, man. If you sent it to Global Rick or what, I mean, because it's not going there.
Yeah, I sent it to Global Rick.
I got it this time. All right. Good deal.
Okay, and then over here.
We were got to.
Yeah, right here's the
Okay.
email that I got from the first review site. And I didn't put anything in, or an email or name, but if I had it would have submitted by their email, and the email would be a hot link.
Okay.
And then right here would include everything that they wrote.
Okay. I apologize. I butted in. I'm on something like this right here. Would it be advantageous to walk 2 business owners through this funnel, like having one the good guy and one the bad guy, and let them see the interaction, or is that just too much?
No, ideally, we would set it up so that we had everybody's cell number that's going to be in the meeting.
Yeah.
And before the meeting or during the meeting, I can go in and add all their cell phone numbers into the back office, the back end of it. And then you go through the process of submitting a negative review, and while we're sitting there, you get the message they get the message on their phone right in the meeting.
Okay, I'm writing that down, by the way. Go through the process of setting up the bad review, the few minutes. So if, let's say we had 10 people that were there, how long would it take?
I would need their cell numbers and their emails.
Cell number and emails, and how long would it take?
And we can collect those during the meeting.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, it's add number, add email, type it in.
Yeah.
So we can add as many as we need. Ideally it'd be great if we had 30 of them and they all went off at the same time. But
no doubt.
That'd be cool.
Depending on the carrier, if somebody's got 4G, somebody's got 3G, and somebody's got, 1.5.
Yeah.
Or,
Analog.
yeah. Well, analog, they ain't gonna get it anyway, but, it's gotta be SMS enabled anyway, but,
Back home.
yeah.
The
But-
Big 77 radios.
They will all get the message during the process.
Can I jump in for a second?
Sure.
Related strategy, and that is powerful to be able to do that right in the meeting. I have a series of, 6 or 8 different SMS messages, or if I'm going to a specific customer, I set up a specific SMS response that basically says, thank you for visiting with XYZ store. This is how fast you can communicate with your customers if you're using SMS for marketing. Something like that. Some kind of pointed response that tells them, and I have them do that on their own phone so they experience how fast they get an SMS message back. And it gives them an immediate piece, feedback, just like this does, of how fast you hear from a customer or can communicate from a customer or receive a review in your case.
Yeah.
So, good strategy. Just thought I'd toss that one out for everybody.
Yeah, because it gets them involved in the presentation.
Yeah.
They're not sitting there just watching.
All right, now let's.
They're going to sit there and try and ignore their phone,
Right.
and then you just tell them, go ahead and answer that. That's a message from us. We just sent it to you.
All right, that's all. These are the excellent things, guys. So how are we getting them in there? Are we using postcards? Are we using phone? I mean, I know that Rick Roberts was using a phone dialer. You know, how do we get them there? You know.
Well, you can do flyers, postcards, local newspapers.
How can we take postcards or something with the flyers or some kind of a funnel of some kind where we can advertise what you just said, both of you guys, some variation of that, come to the meeting and you will get this and somebody will win a $200 whatever. You know, so one person will win this entire setup, whatever value, and we're going to show you how would we get their information to demo it. That would be fantastic.
Well, you ask them, you know, when they come in, sign in, name, email, cell number.
Pre-registration online if necessary.
Yeah. And if we run it through, you know, Delavo on 2GSM, we can make that mandatory. Their email's mandatory anyway, but we can make their cell number and name mandatory as well.
You gotta love Delavo.
Oh yeah. The things you can do with it.
I haven't even got mine installed yet, man.
Oh, it's a.
I know, I just haven't had the time.
So is that what we
I've
should?
done 2 files, create a database.
No, you know what it is? I'm also sitting there making sure that that's the domain I want to put it on because they said they'll still move it. When I bought it, I had to throw a domain in there.
Yeah,
So I want to
you
make sure
get
that's the
one
domain
free
right-
move.
Exactly, and I'm making sure that before I do anything stupid, that I make sure that's the domain I want first. I'm thinking about it using a different domain.
Well, you use a centralized domain. You know, something nondescript like 2GSM. Yeah. Because there's nothing that you can really target to 2GSM other than now it's cell. But when that domain was created, 2GSM didn't exist. And it was just short for to gain sales matters. But you know, I just put 3-4 letters together. I was trying to get a short domain name that was nondescript because, you know, I run memberships through this site. I run remote memberships, products, physical products, magazine subscriptions, newsletter subscriptions. You know, I've got almost 300 products in there. So, you know, you can't really build a niche focus for your central site. You know, I've seen some that, what is it, your secure server, your secure sales point, stuff like that, which is a good domain name for Delavo because, you know, they want to be secure and it works with SSL, so.
So if we went with this, you know, using Delavo and had a postcard sending them to a squeeze page or whatever saying somebody's going to win this in your town, or, you know, we could, you know, do it like you say, the the post office and doing the postcards and zip codes, which is what I want to do because I want to keep it really close to where I live because I don't have time to go all over and it's got to be really, really tightly, you know, close, and it's got to be like only on Saturdays because it's really the only time I have to do it too because I got a regular JLB myself. So maybe that's what I need to test is right there. Just go with that and test a couple of zip codes like we've already talked about in the past. Last time we talked, 2 zip codes close to me, and then have the room set up, which I'm not having much luck on the restaurants yet that I thought I could get for cheap, but for free. But there's other ways to do this. So I was trying to secure that. I've got a couple other sources though. without joining BNI or or any of that other stuff. Because I just don't have the time to go to every chamber of commerce and all that. I do have some time, a couple days a week in the evening. That's about it. So
Yeah.
I don't,
Well, in the evening you can't get in the chamber anyway. So.
Right. Yeah, I was talking about meetup stuff or whatever, and a lot of that stuff's not even worth going to. But
Yeah, using the meetups, that's a long-term strategy,
yeah,
and it's something that you've got to schedule every week. Because so many people come through, and especially IM related.
yeah,
They come through, they stick around for 3-4 months, and they're gone.
yeah,
So a lot of these businesses are getting wise to it, and they're saying, we're not going to do anything for at least 6 months. Unless you can prove to them that you are an expert in what you're presenting. Because you got your 60-second commercial, right?
yeah,
At each one of these.
yep,
So, and focus on what their needs are, not what you do.
right, exactly.
Most of them are, hi, I'm George. I sell insurance. Anybody that needs housing, fire, auto, I'm the person to talk to.
Yeah.
That's not the way to go into those meetups. I'm Mark. I'm here to fix your problem with mobile reputation repair, yours with your website development, and I noticed that your Facebook page it looks terrible. I can help you with that. Point them out. Do a little research after your first meeting.
Yeah.
Research who else is in the group. Check out their sites, their web pages, their Facebook pages. See if they've got any mobile out there. And then the next time you go into the meeting, you've done some research on them, which means that you actually spent time to find out about them. That's going to give you points, big points, because everybody else in that meeting is all about themselves and who they can get.
All right.
You think they're going to go out and pull up your website after the meeting?
No.
9 out of 10 of them won't even bother.
No. Yeah.
Most of them take your card, stick it in their bundle with the rest of them, or scan it, and it stays in their phone. They never look twice. But if you go in there and point out something that's wrong with their site, then after the meeting, they're going to come over and say, how'd you know that? What can you do for me? What's it going to cost?
That's what we do.
That's how you make the money. That's how you get the sales. Because you're focusing on them, not you.
I agree. We do the same thing. We use webmarketing.grader.com. I don't know if you want to pull that up real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go through that with them while we're sitting in the meeting with them, so they can see every single thing that's wrong with their site, and it pretty much tears it apart for you. You don't have to sit there and even do anything. I mean, it does all that work for you pretty much. You just put their domain in, hit grade me, and it tears up the SEO, lets you know if there's what social media accounts they have. It'll tell you everything.
This is gonna.
Hey, you don't even have to put an email in there, actually.
Yeah, but this is gonna be ugly. I already know that.
Is it Delavo? Yeah. You didn't. No reason to SEO Delavo, right?
What?
Let's see. Yeah. So it shows there's no analytics whatsoever. So you know that immediately. And as you go down with the client, you can literally walk them through the problem.
Yeah. No 301. Yay, I've got a blog. Yes, you guessed the wrong. It's pulling my network blog membership sales page up for the blog URL.
All right, Michael, over in Australia, thank you for coming.
That's a
We're
great
not
tool,
done yet, but hey,
There we go.
we got some other things we'll be
That
doing,
just
Michael.
bumped it
Thank
up
you.
to
Thank you for
68.
coming.
But still no analytics.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, and it does let you change the blog name if it's wrong and so forth. Correct everything. But you get the point. I mean, it sits there and it tears everything apart. I love this site. This is what I personally use, and this is what we tell our salespeople to use because they're not familiar with the stuff we do. I literally tell them, and it helps them too because it also goes over how often they're posting on social media, when's the last time they blogged. So these content writers, if they're looking at the blogging, it'll tell them, okay, this person hasn't blogged in 50 days. Or they're averaging one blog post every 50 days or so. So
Yeah.
it gets them more work as well. So it's great for both parties.
That's not bad though, considering I don't do anything on this site other than manage everything else. I mean, this is 2GSM. The tool blog is just promos and that kind of stuff, so. Okay, am I giving the presentation to Sophie?
I kept waiting on Sophie to come back, and I haven't seen her say anything at all, and just letting her know that she could if she wanted to. That's all. We've got enough. We got more than enough here to help anybody that needs help. We just need to get in front of them as quick as we can.
I'm going to see if I can find that.
I mean, get on the phone and call them, postcards, target, find the ones that. All right, we talked about this also. Finding the ones that need the help with reputation management, the niches, like the hotels or the dentist, and we also talked about getting that information through some kind of a software. And you said it was a.
Boy, that's ugly, but.
Yeah, my number's changed since then too. But anyway.
Oh, that's the last number I had for you. But I can change that.
Yeah, 986-2269.
All right. But, just print this out on, you can get the peel-off sticker, post-it pads. Print this out on one of them.
Yeah.
When you go in and talk to them, stick that on their cash register or something. When you get a minute, scan that, go through the demo.
Okay. We talked about some kind of software to find the right people too. It's like you had a scraper or something. Does it really need to be that complicated, or do I need to just call the ones that need the help the most and say, "Come to this meeting"?
Doesn't need to be. You can do a search on Google by zip code. Restaurants in 15301.
Yeah. Are restaurants even going to... I've noticed several restaurants. I'll give you a case point. Today, I was at a restaurant, because I buy grease. Okay, that's what I'm in front of. So, just terrible. And they don't even seem like they care. Somebody surely have told these people how bad their restaurant just totally... this guy crucified him and says their food was terrible. They every bad thing you could say about a business, this guy said it. He could have just as easily said they were serial murderers or something. It was really bad. And it's all over Google. And they don't even act like give a damn. So I don't know if it just restaurants don't have the money, or I don't know if that's all of them, but
That one don't because of the way he treats his customers.
yeah. But you'd be amazed. There's another one that's a little sports bar next to a truck stop. Just terrible reviews on this lady. Place stays packed. Are people really paying attention to all that?
The younger crowd, yes. The mobile crowd is primarily 40 and below.
Yeah. I'll share this with you real quick on that mobile. This is what John Spangler told me yesterday. He did you know, the one of them haunted house. You know how they do around Halloween? They had a haunted house in Eastern PA for a couple, 2, 3 weeks there. They were getting 15,000 hits a day to the website, right? So obviously this thing was making a lot of money, right? Over 40% of that was from mobile. But I've seen a lot of businesses though that don't pay any attention to this reputation management at all. Or, I mean, surely somebody's told them. I mean, big businesses right here in Pittsburgh. I'm wondering if definitely need to try it. I definitely need to find the worst ones and call them and say, look, if you want to fix this, come to this meeting. Done. How's that?
Yeah. This look familiar to you, Rick?
Yeah. Yeah.
You test.
Like how I just threw that in at the bottom of that page?
Yeah.
This is actually a CPA offer.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
aware of those. That's why I hate those things.
Yeah.
I've actually had the IQ test in real life.
Yeah, I have too. I took it.
Yours is probably up there too. You're an engineer, so.
Yeah. What was it? 167 or something like that. That was a long time ago.
You got a what?
167.
Damn, it's higher than mine. You got a 145.
It's still up there. I was too low to be in the Mensa group.
No,
I think you
that
need-
says 132.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like in the 180s.
No, it's 132.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good for Mensa. Go ahead and apply.
No, I don't want to. Sit around with a bunch of geeks.
That's what we do anyways.
Oh.
The group we're in, right?
Excuse me.
That's the group we're in now, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's some stats for mobile. You know, 5.9 billion people worldwide. You show them these stats, how can they argue with them? I don't need no mobile site. Okay.
Now that's the question I had earlier. For find the really bad reviews on hotels or dentists, or pick one niche. I don't really know if you can actually use a software to find that. I think you need to really see what's really wrong, and have that connection. Say, hey, if you want to fix this, come to this meeting. If you want to know,
you do have to do some research on the people that are coming to the meetings, so that you know who to talk to and how to address their issues.
Yeah.
Look at the mobile ad market.
Yeah.
From 2010, it was 3.4 billion. 2012 expected 22 billion. That's
Wow.
a big jump.
That's a big jump.
7 times, 700% almost.
Now, Mark, in your opinion, and Josh was probably got some pointers on this too. Have you been able to talk to people on, that you tell them there's a problem with their website? Have you been able to go to an opt-in page without talking to them face to face yet and say, hey man, we can help you, but you need to come here to do this, something like that, to make the process easier? Or are you still having to go see them face to face?
I don't see it face to face because we're doing everything through the phone through our third-party salespeople. So I let them go face to face, and then we just deal with them over the phone.
Yeah. I mean, it just blows my. I mean, even before Mark even told me about this reputation management, I knew it was hot. I was, because I do I'm in front of these restaurants every day, and I look at their sites to look for information on how to put them in our database, and some of it's just terrible, man. I don't know how these people, I wouldn't want to have a business that had reviews of me that bad, and they seem like it's not even affecting them, which really surprises me.
I usually set up a page like this and then email them the link.
Yeah.
And right there at the bottom is the contact. I love this Vicita, whatever. You know, in person, phone call, or video meeting. If they want to do a video, I'm going to charge them $100 an hour.
Yeah.
I bought a WSO that you can customize like that, and it puts their name right into the header.
Yeah,
You got it?
yep. This is part of that GP Scraper program
Okay.
that was banned from the Warrior Forum.
Why was it there?
It was banned because somebody else was selling a scraper program, and he got banned because of what it was doing. And all it's doing is going out and using Google search. You create your own search engine in Google, and the software uses that search engine. But the guy Wine to Alan says, however you pronounce his last name. So, you know, their GP Scraper and like 4 others got booted. All 4 of them got banned because of it.
They can't win everything.
But I love the program. I mean, I run a search, and I'll start it before I go to bed. And it uses tags for the names, email, website. Goes out. You can pull in the Google map if they have a Google Places page. If they don't, well,
Hope so.
no, that would be my door opener. I would build that for nothing for them, just to get in the door. And then
Better than me.
upsell.
I don't build nothing for free.
That takes 5 minutes. You know, and you've already got all the information you need for it. It's copy, paste, and you're done. 5 minutes, tops. But that one 5-minute task can bring you in $400 or $500 a month for maintenance and services. So yeah, I'll give them 5 minutes free. No different than if I was doing a consultation with them. You know, I'll give them a 30-minute free consult. Do you charge for your meetings before you've made a sale? No.
No, don't do that.
This just, you know, it shows them that, yeah, you know what you're doing, and you did what you said you do.
See, now I advanced built 2 mobile websites, and those are the 2 customers that canceled their meetings on me twice, and I just said hell with them, deleted the websites, and never called them back. Whereas anybody else I've approached is often they're sold before I design anything. Kind of a mixed bag. Hey, I put a link out in the box. It's the Google mobile stats. And I've been able to successfully talk through the high points of that particular infographic. In fact, I printed it on the back of a company bio sheet to use as a talking point about mobile, about myself, and about Google stats and the importance of mobile.
Yeah.
Again, another one of those little handouts that I put together that has my consistent company look and feel on one side, but it has this Google stats page on the back. And I flip it over and I talk through that and say, here's why you need to be doing mobile. So just real quick, there's a shortcut link to another useful handout for you.
Yep. You know, and everybody wants to be on Google.
Yeah.
They think it's something special to get on there.
GP Scraper,
Well,
$347.
Easy as hell, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put my logo right on this thing. I gave Google credit for its, for belonging to that, but
Yeah.
I'm presenting the information, so I put my logo on it. They can get over it. Got a feeling nobody will know.
I went ahead and looked up your GP scraper. It's $347 now, just for that.
Yeah.
Run
And
it.
it's worth every penny. Because I can, I can run the search. It will generate those websites,
Yeah.
and it will also email the people that have email addresses for me.
With Mark Helton?
No, it's not Mark Helton. It's Russ. This
Yeah.
this put, I hate to say it, but this put Mark Helton's script to shame. Yeah.
I actually have a different one. It's I have Places Scout,
Mm-hmm.
which is the old version, and then they updated it over the years here. It's $100 a year, I think it is.
Yeah. But you know,
Okay, so we've all talked about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have to get going. My daughter came home early for the weekend from college, and I want to go see her. We've decided we all need to talk some more, I think.
Well, we need to combine all our resources, all the stuff that you guys are really good at, and I still say take it, take a white label of everybody here that's on board, and I can be a pitch guy for you, for lack of better words, and you can use my success or my failures and model that wherever you're at in the country or out of the country. I'm not expert in any of it, but I'm damn sure willing to get in front of people with it. It's got to me, get in front of people. So I'm going to do this reputation.
I've got an unrelated statement.
What?
I've got a totally unrelated statement.
Go.
I know most of you have seen Mobi Launcher. My programmer fixed it, and as of last night, or as of this morning, I now have a Windows executable version instead of a jar executable. It is Java 7 only, and it's ready to go to market, and I've got to rebuild my website. But how many of you actually have some website clients where you think creating a Google icon for them in the Google store would be advantageous to you? Any of you guys?
a Google icon?
Well, you basically create a bookmark icon to the Google store. What's it called these days? Google Play?
Oh, Google Play? Yeah.
Yeah, it basically creates the APK file you upload to the Google store, and it's the link to their mobile website. So that now you can tell them there